Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to talk about something exciting, something really lovely. Now, the arrow function in JavaScript. Now, the arrow function, okay, now first of all, we are going to take this from the very basics. So if you are a complete beginner, just hang on there because this video is for you. So what is a function in the first place? Now, what we like to think of a function is like kind of a recipe. A function is kind of a recipe that you give it ingredient and then it gives you result, it returns result. So let's go ahead and write some dummy function real quick. Function with the function keyword. Now this is going to take in okay, sorry, add numbers. We're going to call the function add numbers. Now this is going to take in a and b. Sorry for the typo. Now what we've done here is that we created a function and it takes in two parameter and it basically adds the two whatever two numbers we are going to impute. It basically add them up and return the result. So let's go ahead and run this. Sorry, we haven't logged that to the console yet. Console.log add. So you've seen we've got 3 as a result, as we all know. 3 1 plus 2 is 3. So now, what is an arrow function? Because that is the main purpose of this video. Now, an arrow function is a new way of writing function in JavaScript, a new shorter way of writing function. If you want your function to be if you want to write a clean function, an elegant function, a short function, then an arrow function is a way to go. So now what we are going to do here is we are going to go ahead and transform this our function add numbers into an arrow function. Now the main difference between an arrow function versus a normal function is that an arrow function you use the arrow, you use this arrow right here, this arrow right here. So let's go ahead and transform this function real quick. Const add numbers, add num, let's just call that add num. Okay, so the name doesn't conflict with that of a first function. Now this is going to take in two numbers. A is going to take in two parameters rather, a and b. Now let's do it this way for now. Oh shit, what the heck is that? Now let's quickly make some space here. I don't know what the heck is it with this text editor. It's gonna return, sorry, typo. Oh, return a plus b. Two. So now we've created an arrow function. Now what are the difference between these two functions? Now as you can see, the arrow function we use arrow. Now we don't need the function keyword. What we use the arrow to create an arrow function. Now let's quickly run this code to see the result. We got 4 because we inserted 1 and 3 into the keyword. 1 plus 3 is 4. We all know that. So as you can see, this make our function more shorter and elegant. Now there is a better way we could have written this, but I only did it this way because it's for the first time. So now let's go ahead and make this function even shorter. You see, now what if this function is going to take in just an argument? How do we write it? Now let's quickly clear this out real quick. So now we are going to call this function, let's call this const doubled takes in x. It turns out x times 2. Now let's pass in 5 to the function. Now let's quickly run that. Something happened. Double takes in x. Sorry. Oh, we didn't call the double. Sorry. Doubled takes x. Takes in what? Let's say it takes in 5. So now you've seen we've gotten 10 as a result. So now you can see how short and elegant this looks. So if you are taking in just an parameter, you don't need the parentheses. All you need is just the parameter. You see, now we did not include any parentheses. You don't even need, if it's a one-liner, you don't need the curly braces. Just like this. How elegant it is. You see, so this is why you would want to consider using arrow function. Now what if our function doesn't take in any argument? Now let's say const real quick, we say hello. We're going to call the function say hello is equal to this is just a basic arrow function. Hello world. Let's quickly call the function. Remember to add. Then we've got hello world on the console. So you see, this is the beauty of arrow function. Now if it's a one-liner, you don't even have to include the curly braces, as I have said. So if it is not taking any argument, all you need is just the parentheses, and then whatever else you want to include in the function. So this is our function. This is just the point of this lesson was to give you a basic understanding of an arrow function. So there are a new way of writing short function, clean function, elegant code, readable code. So arrow function, if you are that person who always love writing short and elegant code, then arrow function is the way to go. So why do you really want to use arrow function? Now the main reason why you want to use arrow function is to save time and space, and also arrow function doesn't have the this keyword. Now now we are not going to cover that in this lesson. We might actually cover that in a future lesson, but not in this lesson. So the point of this lesson was just to give you a basic understanding of what an arrow function can do. Now with what you've learned here, actually you can extrapolate it into even a more complex example. Now one of let's say one of the way some way why some way that some people use arrow function quite often is that they use arrow function with the map, filter, and reduce function. Now if you don't know that, it's okay, I've covered that in my video, so you might want to check that out to see what that is. The JavaScript map, filter, and reduce function. It's an array method. So let's use the arrow function with the filter method. So let's create an array real quick. Constant, we're going to call it numbers. This is going to take in 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Now let's call this evens. Sorry, typo. Evens is equal to numbers that filter. Now it's gonna take in none. So that's it, guys. You see, we created this array, and then we created another variable called even. Now we call the filter function on the filter method rather on the numbers array. So basically, what this does is that it takes in the element of the array, it checks to see which of it is an even by dividing it by 2. If it is equal to 0, then it knows it is an even number. So whichever element that is not an even number is going to get filtered out. So let's quickly run that to see. So we got just 4 and 2. You see, 4 and 2 is the only even number in the array. So that is why we got 4 and 2. So as you can see, now there are several use cases for this arrow function. As I've said, the map, filter, and which is this is the map, and this is just this is the filter method, and which is a very simple example. So there are several ways you can apply this arrow function. There are several things you can use it with. So if you are still wondering, if you are still unsure of if you are still unsure about the filter and map, unsure about the filter map and reduce method, you might want to check out my video on filter map and reduce. So that's pretty much it for this one, guys. I hope you love it. Now if you love it, please just give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more educative content like this. Now you might want to share this with anybody that is learning JavaScript. That would be great. So that is it for this one, guys. See you in the next one. Love you.